Good morning, distinguished platform guests, administration, alumni, faculty, staff, friends, and family members, and the class of 2026. Welcome to the 55th annual graduation of Kent County High School. At this time, gentlemen, please remove your caps. Everyone, please direct your attention to the front of the stage. Stand if you are able as we welcome our very own 2026 senior Lyndon Saunders to perform the national anthem. You may be seated.
Gotcha. My name is Christopher Gonzalez Lopez, class of 2026, secretary, along with my classmate Kamari Hoxter, class of 2026 Minority Scholars president. Our job this morning is to guide you through the ceremony. At this time, I would like to invite Andrew Buckle, our senior class vice president, to the podium to introduce our platform guest. Andrew.
Good morning. I would like to introduce our platform guests. I will begin to my far left in the back row. Kent County Commissioner, Mr. John Price. Kent County Commissioner, Mr. Ron Fithian. And Kent County Commissioner, Mr. Albert Nickerson. In the middle row to my far left is Kent County Public Schools Board Vice President, Ms. Laura McKenzie. Kent County Public Schools Board Member, Ms. Aretha Dorsey. Kent County Public Schools Board Member, Mr. John Queen. And Kent County Public Schools Board Member, Mr. Frank Rhodes. In the front row, to my far left, is Kent County Public Schools Board President, Ms. Trish McGee. Class of 2026 Speaker, Ms. Jill Bramble. And Kent County Public Schools Superintendent, Dr. Mary Boswell McComas. To my far right in the back row is Senior Class Treasurer Lyndon Saunders and Senior Class Historian Aiden To To my far right, in the middle row, is senior class salutatorian Delilah Markovic, senior class valedictorian Alden Swanson, and senior class president Peter Sine. To my far right, in the front row, is senior class secretary Christopher Gonzalez Lopez, senior class minority scholars program president Kamari Hoxter, and Kent County High School principal Miss Chris Hemstetter. Our 2026 class advisors, please stand and turn towards the audience as I introduce you. Miss Gabriella Macchioni and Dr. Karen Saunders. Our KCHS school counselors, please stand. Miss Jessica Bennett and Dr. Devin Jenkins. The class of 2026 KCHS assistant principals, please stand and turn towards the audience as I introduce you. Mr. Michael Eisman, Miss Jory Mitzel, and Miss Tashara Collins. You may be seated. Corporal Jordan Proudfoot, our Kent County High School Student Resource Officer, please stand to be recognized. Thank you for your unwavering presence, your calm leadership, and the relationships you've built with our students and staff. You are more than just a uniform in our hallways. You are a mentor, a protector, and a trusted part of our Trojan family. We appreciate all that you do.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Kent County High School Principal, Mrs. Chris Hemstetter, to the podium. Mrs. Hemstetter.
Good morning. This is always an exciting day. Before I want to get started, I want to thank my amazing platform students, VIP here. We've spent a lot of time together the last couple of days. Give them a round of applause. I have to give a huge thank you to my admin team who has been here for us, for the students, morning, noon, and night. Please give a round of applause to my leadership huddle. And a huge round of applause for staff members that have put this together. Mrs. Tylese Brown, Mrs. Skylar Cochran, Mrs. Lakeisha Hoxter, Mr. Nate Copper, and the list goes on. To our staff, to our teachers. This is a very big event, and if I did not have my team beside me, we would not be sitting here today. So thank you to all of you. And good morning to our distinguished guests, proud families, dedicated staff, and most importantly, the phenomenal Kent County High School class of 2026. What a beautiful day to celebrate you, our graduates. Today we gather in the Trojan Arena surrounded by the people who have supported you, challenged you, encouraged you, and loved you throughout your journey. They have watched you grow from nervous freshmen into confident young adults, ready to take on whatever comes next. Over the past couple of weeks, Our school embraced the theme, Welcome to the Real World. Through your lip dub, senior celebrations, and staff send-off video you watched this morning, the adults who know you best shared a collection of fortunes for the future, small pieces of wisdom for the road ahead. Some reminded you to be brave, to dance to your own beat, and to make yourself proud. Others offered a reality check that the road to success is always under construction, that trials will come, but triumphs do too, and that sometimes life's greatest adventure begins when you simply go somewhere new. Together, those fortunes remind us of one simple truth. The future isn't something that happens to you, it is something that you create. And class of 2026, after watching you rise, persevere, and leave your mark on Kent County High School, I can confidently say that your future is in very good hands. One of the fortunes shared with you this past week simply said, make history. Class of 2026, you already have 76 members of this graduating class completed one or more career and technical education pathways, meaning that nearly 63% of our graduates leave Kent County High School with industry skills, certifications, college credit, workplace experience, or all of the above. Even more, yes, clap, because it's amazing. Even more impressive, 7 students completed not one, but 2 CTE pathways, a reflection of their ambition, determination, and willingness to go the extra mile. Students like Aubrey Baker. Aubrey, stand up. Who completed both health professions and agricultural science. You may be seated. Adrienne Callan, who unfortunately could not be with us today, completed Apprenticeship Maryland and Automotive Technology. Amani Goodrich and Anaya Tu, please stand up. They successfully completed both health professions and food and beverage. Allie Hendrick, please stand up. Combined agricultural science and automotive technology. Piseth Ng. Completed both Project Lead the Way and agricultural science. And Garrett Strayer, stand up. Garrett completed both Project Lead the Way and Information Technology, Computer Science, becoming the first ever computer science CTE completer in Kent County High School history. Another fortune that you saw reminded you that the road to success is always under construction. These students prove that success is built one class, one project, one certification and one opportunity at a time. They didn't wait for the future to arrive. They started building it while they were still here at KCHS. Another fortune shared with you said, "The world is waiting for you." Academically, this class pushed boundaries and embraced opportunities. Together, you completed 141 advanced placement courses and an incredible 169 dual enrollment courses through Chesapeake College and Washington College. That's a remarkable increase from last year's graduating class, which completed 107 dual enrollment courses. Among those achievements, Thomas Buckle, please stand, Madeline Dickerson, and Peter Sine. And I wrote Thomas in here, but I'm going to say Andrew. They earned the prestigious Dual Enrollment Award by successfully completing 24 or more college credits while maintaining a college GPA of 3.0 or higher. Their hard work demonstrates that college success doesn't begin after graduation, it begins with the choices you make today. Outside the classroom, this class excelled in competition and represented Kent County High School with pride. Ty Bellerin, stand up. Ty captured a Maryland State championship in wrestling. While Razier Wilson, stand up. Became a Maryland State champion in the high jump. Kent County Public Schools is the smallest school district in the state of Maryland, and we have state champions, number one. Noah Iacona and Mary Jane Joyner, please stand up. They were recognized as Bayside Scholar Athletes, proving that excellence in the classroom and excellence in athletics can go hand in hand. Another fortune that will come out of your fortune cookie. Kindness is never wasted. It always returns. No athletic award embodies that message more than the Sportsmanship Award. Would Kamari Lee Hoxter, our Female Sportsmanship Award recipient, and Chase Alexander Dolgus, our Male Sportsmanship Award recipient. At this time, graduates, if you received an MVP award, a Coach's Choice Award, or a Sportsmanship Award during your athletic career at KCHS, please stand to be recognized. Please stay standing. Now, if you participated in any KCHS athletic team during the fall, winter, or spring season, please stand and join them. Let's recognize all of these student athletes with a well-deserved another round of applause. You may be seated. This year also marked the continued growth of one of our newest programs, the Clay Target and Skeet Club. We are especially proud of Aubrey Baker, the team's only female shooter, who finished last season ranked 7th among female shooters in the state of Maryland. Not bad for the smallest school district in Maryland, and we are giving Queen Anne's County a run for their money. Whether in the classroom, on the field, on the mat, on the track, or on the range, this class has demonstrated perseverance, discipline, and commitment. As one of your fortunes reminded us, 80% of success is showing up. Class of 2026, you did more than show up. You completed, achieved, and made your mark. Before I share the next fortune for the future, I'd like to take a moment to recognize the people who helped write the first chapters of your story. One of the fortunes reminded us to embrace your roots. Class of 2026, today is a celebration of how far you've come, but it is also a reminder of where you started. Parents, grandparents, caregivers, family members, friends, would you please stand? Your encouragement, your sacrifices, your patience, and unwavering support helped make this moment possible. You were there for the early mornings, the late nights, the victories, the disappointments, the celebrations, and the challenges. Graduates, let's give them a well-deserved round of applause. And thank you for sharing your graduate with us. Now I'd like to recognize the educators and community members who helped shape these graduates along the way. If you are a current or former teacher, support staff member, coach, Board of Education member, district leader, county commissioner, or community mentor, please stand and be recognized. To our feeder school staff, central office leaders, Board of Education members, and Kent County commissioners, please stand. Get to do it again. From Rock Hall Elementary School, Henry Highland Garnett Elementary School, Galena Elementary School, and Kent County Middle School, thank you. You helped build the foundation that brought these students to this stage today. Thank you for believing in them, challenging them, and helping them discover who they could become. And finally, to the incredible staff of Kent County High School, the teachers, the instructional assistants, the counselors, nurses, custodians, cafeteria staff, secretaries, bus drivers, technology staff, and administrators, please stand. Class of 2026, these are the people who showed up for you every single day. They celebrated your successes, encouraged you through your struggles, and never stopped believing in your potential. And they will not stop. As one of your fortunes wisely said, kindness is never wasted, it always returns. Today, let's return that kindness with our gratitude and appreciation. Please join me once again in thanking all of those who helped make this day possible. Another fortune shared said, "Go leave your mark." Today, 120 seniors will graduate from Kent County High School. Together, you have logged an incredible 13,365 service learning hours. And that is given back to the community. More than 1,650 hours above last year's graduating class. Service is often the work that no one sees. It happens quietly behind the scenes without applause or recognition, yet it changes communities. I'd like to recognize our top service learning contributors. Jordana Cap, stand up. Faith Kirby, McKenna Messick, Matthew Messick, and Kelly Singh Prasad Galan. In addition, Kelly earned the prestigious Van Hollen Public Service Award for her outstanding commitment to serving others. Thank you for demonstrating what it means to lead through service. Another fortune reminded us that talent gets attention, but persistence creates masterpieces. 29 students completed the STEM Academy. 63 students earned dual completer status by successfully completing a career and technical education pathway, while also meeting university entrance requirements, including 2 consecutive years of the same world language. 34 students earned the Maryland Certificate of Merit, demonstrating excellence in academics, career preparation, and overall achievement. Today, I also like to recognize our students who embrace learning beyond the classroom. Stand up if you did an internship this year. "35 members of the class of 2026 completed internships with community partners throughout Kent County and the region. These experiences place students in classrooms, healthcare settings, engineering and manufacturing facilities, local businesses, agriculture, hospitality, media, construction, transportation, public service, childcare, athletics, and nonprofit organizations." From Washington College and the Maryland Department of Transportation to Dixon Valve, WKHS Radio, the YMCA, local schools, restaurants, farms, real estate agencies, and community organizations, our students gained valuable hands-on experience while building skills, confidence, and professional relationships. To our community partners who opened up their doors, shared their expertise, and invested in our KCHS students, thank you. Your mentorship helped transform classroom learning into real opportunity and prepared our graduates for what comes next. One of my favorite fortunes said, "The world is waiting for you," and this class is ready. 8 graduates earned the seal of biliteracy. Please stand. They demonstrated proficiency in multiple language and preparing themselves to communicate in an increasingly connected world. Kelly Sengh-Prasert Galan, stand up. Represented KCHS at Maryland Girls State. While Piseth Ing, Josh Noel, and Jack Shermer represented KCHS at Maryland Boys State. Please stand. Developing leadership skills and a deeper understanding of civic responsibility. Today, I'd also like to recognize the students who have achieved academic distinction. Would the members of the top 5% of the class of 2026 please stand? Andrew Buckle, Jordana Kapp, Madeline Dickerson, Mary Jane Joyner, Delilah Markovic, Peter Sine, and Alden Swanson. They are leading the way. You may be seated. And finally, one fortune simply said, make yourself proud. Class of 2026, you should be. 81% of this graduating class participated in at least one extracurricular activity during their high school career, a significant increase from 70% just 1 year ago. You found your passions, discovered your talents, built friendships, and created memories that will last a lifetime. Your hard work has been recognized with more than $3,020,980 in scholarships and awards. More importantly, you have earned something even greater, the confidence, character, and experience needed to make a difference wherever life takes you next. One of the final fortunes shared with you again was the world is waiting for you, but KCHS will always be home. Class of 2026, that world is calling. 70% of this graduating class will continue their education through 2-year colleges, 4-year universities, trade schools, and advanced training programs. 26% are entering the workforce, ready to contribute their talents, skills, and determination to our communities. And 5 members of the class of 2026 have chosen a path of service to our nation through the United States military. Stand up. Danny Harris. Stuart Hickman. Piseth Ing. Colbin Lopez. and Matthew Messick. Please stand and be recognized. These graduates have committed themselves to serving something greater than themselves. We thank them for their courage, their service, and their willingness to defend the freedoms that we enjoy every single day. Matthew Messick earned an impressive score of 93 on the ASVAB, placing him in the highest qualification category available. A remarkable accomplishment that reflects both his ability and his dedication. Class of 2026, your futures are taking you in many different directions. Some of you are headed to college campuses. Some are beginning careers. Some are learning trades. Some are serving our country. And some are still exploring the opportunities ahead of them. And this summer, 12 members of our graduating class will travel across America through the American Exchange Project. Thank you, Alden Swanson. Representing Kent County while exploring communities and cultures far different from their own. From California, Oregon, Utah, Kansas, Minnesota, Colorado, and Alaska, these students will discover new perspectives, build new relationships, and return with experiences that will shape their futures. And as another one of our fortunes wisely reminded us, go somewhere new. Class of 2026, whether your next destination is across town or across the country, whether your journey takes you to a classroom, a job site, a military base, or a place you've never imagined, remember that your roots remain here. The world is waiting for you, but this is your home. As we celebrate where our graduates are headed, I also need to recognize a few students whose journeys reminded us that success is not always measured by where you start, but how far you're willing to go. Devin Woodis and Elijah Wilson, stand up. Both of these students transferred to Kent County High School and embraced the opportunities before them. Through determination, hard work, and perseverance, they improved their grades, earned credits, achieved honor roll recognition, and positioned themselves for success after graduation. Their stories are reminders that growth is possible when you commit to the journey and refuse to give up. Devin and Elijah, you should be incredibly proud of what you have accomplished. You may be seated. Alfonso Candelas Perez, stand up. After transferring to KCHS, Alfonso quickly became involved in our school community. He earned the seal of biliteracy, competed as a member of our track and field team, was accepted to Washington College, and will participate in the American Exchange Project this summer in Oregon. Alfonso's journey is a testament to the opportunities that can be created here in Kent County at KCHS when talent, determination, and courage come together. Kiari Hawkins and Trent Johnson, please stand up. Kiyari is headed to Salisbury University and aspires to be a school principal one day. Kiari, I have no doubt that one day you'll be standing on a stage just like this one, celebrating the accomplishments of your own students. And Trent Johnson, our outstanding Master of Ceremonies, my fave. Future Californian, and someone who has inspired me throughout these past 4 years. Trent, your leadership, positivity, and ability to bring people together have made a lasting impact on KCHS. I am excited to see all that you accomplish, and I have no doubt that California is gaining someone truly special. And then there's Chase Dulgas. Stand up. Many of you know Chase through the phrase, "Fight like Chase." What began as a rallying cry became a reminder to all of us about courage, perseverance, and determination. Chase has faced challenges that would cause many people to quit. Yet he continued to move forward with strength, resilience, and heart. One of our fortunes reminded us that trials will come, but triumphs do too. Chase, thank you for showing all of us what that looks like. You have inspired your classmates, your teachers, your family, and an entire community through your willingness to keep fighting and to keep moving forward. Congratulations to you. Class of 2026, these stories remind us that every journey is different. Some roads are smooth, some roads take unexpected turns, some require us to overcome obstacles we never anticipated. But every one of you sitting here today has a story worth celebrating, and every one of you has a future worth pursuing. Another fortune shared with you this year said, "Dance to your own beat." Class of 2026, one of the things that makes your class so special is that you didn't all follow the same path, and that's exactly how it should be. Dr. Walters would like to remind you that unlike Gatsby, you actually made it to graduation. After all the reading, researching, annotating, writing, and literary analysis, you reached the finish line. She would also like to recognize Jeremy Fries, stand up. Mary Jane Joyner. Alden Swanson. Haley Warrington. And Asia Wilson for their thoughtful insights, meaningful contributions, and leadership in AP Lit discussions throughout the year. This class also includes an extraordinary group of students who are pursuing their passions in the arts. Mackenzie Smith, stand up. Will attend the Maryland Institute College of Art. Layla Sitke, please stand up. will attend Frostburg State University. And Aurora Walters, please stand up. Will attend the Savannah College of Art and Design. Their creativity, imagination, and willingness to see the world differently reminds us that success comes in many forms. Would our Brigade of Blue seniors please stand up and be recognized? Through countless rehearsals, performances, football games, competitions, parades, and community events, you have brought pride, spirit, and excellence to Kent County High School. Thank you for sharing your talents and representing the Trojans so well. I'm almost done, but I've known some of these kids since they were 5. How can I stand up here for 20 minutes or 25 minutes and share all that they have done at Kent County Public Schools? It is so hard. Whether through art, music, design, performance, literature, athletics, military service, skilled trades, or higher education, this class has shown that there is no single path to success. As one of your fortunes wisely reminded us, don't plagiarize another person's journey. Your future belongs to you. Write your own story, follow your own path, and never be afraid to create something uniquely your own. And I must, last evening, many of us had the privilege of attending the class of 2026 baccalaureate service. It was a powerful evening of reflection, gratitude, faith, and encouragement as we celebrated the journey that brought us to this day. And the reason why it was so successful is because it was student-led. Would Trent, Keon, Michelle, Emerson, Chase, and Christopher please stand up and be recognized? Your leadership, courage, and willingness to share your faith and encouragement with others made last evening truly meaningful. Thank you. Let's give all of these students another round of applause. Class of 2026, today we celebrate your accomplishments, your growth, and your journey. But more importantly, we celebrate the people that you have become. As you leave here today, remember the fortunes that brought us together. Be brave. Dance to your own beat. The road to success is always under construction. Trials will come, but triumphs do too. Go somewhere new. Leave your mark. Make yourself proud, and never forget where you came from. The world is waiting for you, but KCHS will always be home. Congratulations to the class of 2026. I am done. Will come up.
Giving congratulatory remarks to the class of 2026 as Kent County Public Schools Superintendent, Dr. Mary Boswell McComas. Dr. McComas.
So good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. That's what I'm talking about. So good morning, class of 2026. As we just heard from Principal Hemstetter, the extraordinary story of what you have accomplished so far, I am here to just reiterate that life is an epic adventure, and you are the hero of your own story. The future does belong to you, And from this day forward, you will move from the safety and the love of our community into larger experiences of life as we have heard, the world of work, military service, college, and travel. You have chosen your own adventure, and it is about to begin. As you begin your journey, know that the community of Kent County has invested deeply in you over the past 14 years, in you personally, so that you may engage in your journey on your own terms, through your own talents, and in your own time. As you move forward to seize the day, I encourage you to see every challenge not as a setback, but as an opportunity to discover more deeply who you are, who you choose to become, and who you choose not to become. Life is an epic adventure, and you are the hero of your own story. I guarantee you that your adventure will be filled with both triumphs and tragedies, as we've discussed. It will involve love, adventure, money, and risk, and there is no guarantee of safety or easy results. The triumphs will exhilarate you to the very best of who you are. And on those days, you will own the world. Savor those moments, because the tragedies will test your insecurities, and it will tempt you to be less than who you truly are. Do not give in to those temptations. Rise and move forward each and every time, so that you may truly reach for the best of who you are. Reflect on those triumphs and those tragedies so that you may gain the wisdom of your journey, so that 80 years from now, on May 29th, in the year 2106, you can look back and know that the journey was worth it, that you changed the world in the way that mattered for you in your own time and for the future of humanity. In closing, don't forget, life is an epic adventure. You are the hero of your own story. Let your quest begin, and may you prevail in the end. Thank you.
To begin our messages from the class of 2026, I invite Peter Sine, Senior Class President, to the podium. Peter.
Good morning, everybody. Let's give one more round of applause for the class of 2026. They really let you pick whatever you want when you get up here. So it took only 4 deleted Google Docs and multiple edits, but I think I might have it down this time. Welcome, family, friends, staff, faculty, and most importantly, the class of 2026. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Peter Sine, this year's Senior Class President. I know most of you are wondering how the school trusted me enough to give a speech today, and honestly, I'm just as surprised, considering the number of times teachers had to tell me to stop talking, sit down, or Miss Anderson's favorite, Peter, can you please just focus for 5 minutes? If there's one thing to know about me, it's that basketball is what I've been considering my reason why. It has both given me so much and as well as taken the same amount at the same time. That's why I keep coming back to something basketball teaches you on early. Hesitation will lose you more opportunities than failure ever will. As they say, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. And I think that idea perfectly represents our class. Every single person sitting here today took a shot at something, whether it was academics, sports, leadership, or simply pushing through difficult moments. That willingness to try, even when success is not guaranteed, is what brought us here today. Even though we're all about to walk the same stage, the path that got each of us here looked completely different. High school is a lot like a basketball game. We all played on the same court, with the same scoreboard and the same final buzzer, but everyone plays the game just a little bit differently. Some people started right away. Some of us had to fight for our opportunity, Many of us face some setbacks, losses, or moments where we question ourselves entirely. But no matter how our journeys looked, we all found a way to keep moving forward, and now we're finishing together, finishing this chapter as one team. When I look back on my own journey, I realize the biggest reason I'm sitting here today isn't because I was the smartest, the most popular, or arguably even the best at sports, but instead, I took opportunities when they came my way. Not always successfully. A lot of the time, it felt like I was throwing up shots with no chance of going in. Most of the time, I missed pretty badly, and a lot of the time, I failed. And honestly, sometimes it felt like a complete airball. But I think everybody is looking at the scoreboard just different. We always count whenever we do something successful, whenever we make a layup, score a three, or even knock down a free throw. And at first, it can look like we aren't super successful. We can easily be too hard on ourselves. But what if we didn't just count success? We also counted every moment we learned from a mistake, every time we got back up after failing, every time we tried again, even when it would have been easier to quit. I think we'd realize that we're a lot more successful than we give ourselves credit for. The reason failure feels so heavy isn't because it's the end or we've lost, but instead it's because we treat it like one. In reality, failure is just a setback. It's not a loss, it's information. It's a chance to adjust, grow, and come back stronger. Look at it like this. Place a wooden beam on the ground and almost anyone can walk across it. Put that same beam 100 feet in the air and suddenly people freeze. The beam never changed, your fear did. And that's how life works too. Most of the time, we're not actually held back by what's possible, but what we think could go wrong. Why are we worried about what could go wrong when so much could go right? That connects right back to basketball. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. The game isn't about avoiding misses. It's about having the courage to take the shot anyway. And I think too many people live their lives on the sideline waiting for the perfect play to be called, waiting until they're 100% ready, and waiting until there's no chance of failure. I'll tell you now, that moment will never come. You will never be handed the keys to success. If you see an opportunity, you have to take the shot, because you might miss. In fact, I bet you probably will, even multiple times. But every miss teaches you something. Every miss helps you adjust. Every failure builds you into a better player, and eventually, one of those shots will go in. Moving forward, that mindset should never change. I personally know that I will be on the sidelines coaching basketball, not because I know the best coach, and not because I can automatically be with a team, but I know that there's no reason I can't. The one quote that I want everybody to live by today was from a famous race car that was once asked how he knew he could do it. He simply responded with, "I never thought I couldn't." So be delusional. Speak what you want into existence because you only sound crazy until it actually happens. I don't have the keys to being a basketball coach. You guys don't have the keys to a multi-billion-dollar business, but we can all do it. Because why not? Why can't you do whatever you want to do? Because of fear? The only thing holding you back is yourself. If there's one thing to take with you today, it's to live by the mindset of why not. Quit hesitating and just go for it, because now it's not about the shots we've taken to get here, it's about the ones we're about to take next. I want everybody to do something today that will make yourself proud in a year, because right now we're stepping into a new court, a whole new game with new competition. There's no more set plays, no more guaranteed structure, and it's going to be on us to create our own opportunities. There's going to be pressure. There's going to be moments where the clock is winding down and you have to make a choice. Pass up the shot or take it. So don't let fear keep you on the bench. Don't let doubt stop you from stepping onto the court, and don't let the uncontrollables, bad calls, missed shots, or tough losses control how you play the game. Because you can't control everything that happens to you, like an ACL tear. So why let those uncontrollables control your emotions, your effort, and your passion for your dreams? Class of 2026, we've made it. This might feel like the final buzzer, but really it's just a start to a brand new game. So take the shot, take the opportunity, and don't be afraid to miss. Because the only way you truly lose is by never trying in the first place. Now make this shorter, simpler. Wait, no, not supposed to read that. Thank you, class of 2026. Thank you, Kent County. I hope everybody has an amazing day, and I can't wait to see where the next game takes us.
Oh my God, Peter. Our next speaker has the second highest cumulative grade point average over her 4-year high school career. I am proud to announce this year's salutatorian, Delilah Markovic. Delilah.
Good morning. I'm honored to be speaking today as the Kent County High School Class of 2026 salutatorian. Today, we're all gathered in the gym for the last time together. 4 years have passed since we walked into this gym as new students, unsure of how high school would go. Sometimes the time passed slowly, like the first day back at school after winter break, when our classes felt cold and bleak compared to the time spent at home with our families. Or during the SAT, when some of us felt frantically unprepared and some of us didn't want to be there at all. However, there were other moments that seemed to pass so quickly that you could blink and miss them. Like the first few weeks of the school year, which always felt new, exciting, and quick-paced. Or like good conversations shared with your friends at the beginning of class, the kind that made you smile or laugh or think in a way you hadn't before. And a million other little things that we might not remember years from now. But no matter how fast or slow the time has felt, 4 years have passed. These were full of education, effort, growth, and achievement. We've had to learn that change is inevitable, whether positive or negative. And for this reason, no one sitting here today is the same person they were 4 years ago. I hope that you are proud of the person you have become and that you don't take lightly the effort that it took to get to graduation day. I also hope that you're proud of the person sitting beside you for accomplishing the same feat under different circumstances. Lastly, I would like to thank my family, friends, the staff, and my classmates for encouraging and supporting my own growth. Thank you.
This student has the highest cumulative grade point average over her 4-year high school career. Let's welcome this year's valedictorian, Alden Swanson. Alden.
Good morning, teachers, staff, families, friends, and, most importantly, my fellow members of the class of 2026. I am honored and delighted to speak to you today. Now, I know I'm not the most popular person in our class. I spend most of my time studying, going to Board of Ed meetings, or practicing my saxophone. I'm not besties with every person in this room, or even the majority. However, because we live in the smallest school district in the state, I do feel that I've gotten to know you all in different ways. I've connected with some of you through music and sports, or through being in classes together since elementary school. I've been really close with some of you, and I've admired others from afar, not in a creepy way, I promise. Even though I don't know each of your favorite bands or middle names, I feel like I've gotten to know us pretty well, and I am who I am because of who we are. But who are we? Well, we're lots of things. For one, we are kind. Back in 10th grade, I went through my first breakup, which sucked. Guys, I was a hot mess. I could not make it through class without bawling my eyes out. It was ridiculous. Juliana Carranza saw me struggling and said to herself, I gotta help this girl out. And she did. She invited me to a birthday party so I'd get out of the house. She FaceTimed me and made me laugh by trying, and failing, to play her old flute. She made sure I knew that I had a safe space to be dramatic, angry, or sad. We were never the best of friends, but she saw that I was having a rough time and she showed up. That's the kind of person you want to have in your corner. We are also joyful. A lot of you guys may not remember this, but back in first grade, Tayden Sosa was one of my best friends. We had so much fun together. We'd hang out during recess, we ate lunch together. We were the dynamic duo of Mrs. Hopkins' class. I got this awesome tea party set for my birthday, and all I wanted to do was have this big tea party play date. It probably wasn't his first choice of playdate activities, but Tayden was such an agreeable dude. He was just like, let's do it. We spent the next couple of days planning our menu of strawberry shortcake and sweet tea. Since first grade, we've drifted apart. We have different friend groups, and we don't move in the same circles. But I'm always reminded when I see his smile, what a gift he was to 7-year-old me. That carefree little girl whose biggest concern was the color of napkins to get for the tea party with her best bud. For the rest of my life, I'll carry that friendship with me, and it will always bring me joy. We are also passionate. I've never met someone as determined as Mary Jane Joyner. She works so hard in all areas of her life. School, work, sports, everything. I don't understand how she's still standing with all that she does. But MJ has shown us that it all pays off. She's going to college to do the thing that she is so good at, being on a team. I've never shared the field with her, but I know that this girl is a force to be reckoned with, and I would not want to be between her lacrosse ball and the goal. I'm so glad that I've gotten to know her, and to see what an awesome life you can build for yourself if you have the will to do so. We are also bold. Kelly Sankberser-Galan is someone who is always unapologetically 100% herself. She always serves a look in her super stylish outfits that show her creativity and an eye for detail that I really wish I had. And her individuality extends beyond her fashion choices. She is never afraid to express her opinion, enthusiasm, or joy with everyone around her. This girl will yell at you from across the lunchroom if she likes your shoes. She's never too cool for school, which I think is the coolest way to be. Her sheer refusal to believe herself as anything less than spectacular is something that has helped me become a more sure version of myself. One thing we are not is quitters. I have seen our football team run onto that field every game with the energy and determination of an NFL squad. Sometimes down 10 players, sometimes competing on a field full of holes, sometimes knowing that they might get blown out. And I promise that I'm not trying to rag on you guys. I've seen you tackle, and I know you could take me out if you wanted to. I'm saying that your refusal to back down, with so much going against you, made it easy to cheer you on. When I look back on our high school football games, I'm not going to be thinking about the scoreboard. I'm going to remember how you stuck it out and kept fighting against the odds. Y'all did us proud. We are musicians, athletes, scholars, farmers, friends. We are so many different things, and together, we make up the incredible class of 2026. Whenever someone learns that I'm graduating, all of the questions they ask are about what I'm going to do or who I'm going to be. But these aren't the right questions. Some people act like our worth is determined by what we do with ourselves after high school. That the shiny metal is this big unknown future we have to try to get. That the important stuff happens when we're adults, out in the real world. But that misses the point that we've done so much already. We're already people with friendships to cherish and memories to share and stories to tell. People who have led messy, meaningful, passionate, joyful, important, real lives. I still don't know who I am. Not entirely. Not yet. But as I walk off the stage today, I feel lucky and grateful to be a part of who we are. Thank you.
At this point, I would like to invite Aiden Maxey, class of 2026 historian, to the podium to introduce our guest speaker. Aiden.
Miss Bramble was raised right here in Chestertown, Maryland, where she discovered the true strength of community, the reward of hard work, and the importance of investing in the potential of our youth. As a dedicated member of Kent County 4-H, she found her calling for leadership and service lessons that would pave the way for her future. A proud graduate and Trojan of Kent County High School, Jill was a powerhouse on the field hockey, softball, and basketball teams. Competing as a teammate taught her the essential values of grit, collaboration, and being there for others, principles that still remain the cornerstone of her leadership today. Jill attributes her success to the teachers, coaches, mentors, and 4-H leaders who believed in her journey. Their guidance fueled her confidence and sparked lifelong mission to ensure every young person has a seat at the table. Her career with 4-H spans nearly 20 years, serving in major national roles such as Chief Development Officer and Executive Vice President, before being named President and CEO of the National 4-H Council in 2023. Now, she leads the nation's largest youth organization, reaching nearly 6 million young people across the country. While her work has taken her across nearly all 50 states and 5 continents, she has seen the incredible global impact of youth empowerment. Jill currently leads national initiatives like Beyond Ready, which focuses on preparing the next generation for future careers through leadership and real-world skill building. No matter how far she travels, Kent County remains her home. Jill's husband, Scott, also a KCHS alum, is a lacrosse coach at the University of Tampa. They have 2 grown children, Nick and Jordan, and always cherish returning to the community that shaped them. Jill holds degrees from the University of Colorado and the University of Maryland, and completed executive training at Notre Dame, all of which reinforced her belief in leading with purpose. Today, Jill leads with heart and vision, amplifying the voices of millions of youth. She remains grounded in the values she learned right here and continues to believe in the promise of your generation and the life-changing impacts of mentors who care, just like the ones who stood by her. Ms. Bramble, I invite you to the podium to address our graduates.
Most of that is true, although I would not call myself a powerhouse on the athletic field. Good morning. What an honor it is to be here at Kent County High School, my alma mater. Class of 2026, you made it. And I realize I'm the only thing standing in between you, your diplomas, and Beach Week. So I'm going to be efficient. Having once sat where you're sitting now, I know just how meaningful this moment is. You know, my favorite part of leading 4-H is that I have the unique and wonderful privilege of spending time with amazing young people like you. 6 million kids have a way of keeping you young. One thing I've learned recently, though, is that Gen Z loves nostalgia. Vintage is apparently very in. I asked my daughter, Jordan, what makes something vintage? And she very quickly, without hesitation, said, the 90s. That's right. Dial-up internet, the show Friends, Beanie Babies, boy bands, VHS tapes are all considered vintage now. So much for keeping me young. So as a proud member of the Kent County High School class of 1989, I'm honored to be your vintage commencement speaker. To be honest, I'm feeling pretty nostalgic today myself. I remember walking these halls, laughing with my friends, sitting in these classrooms, and sporting the blue and gold. I've sure seen a lot of familiar faces today, which just underscores how much this community still feels like family to me. It feels like home because it is. My husband, Scott, and I both graduated from here, as did our parents when it was Chestertown High School, and my dad, Coach Smith, was the athletic director and the baseball and basketball coach. Kent County is also where I first joined the Kennedyville Blue Banner 4-H Club, and looking back, that experience planted roots that have only grown deeper with time. The people in this community know your name, they cheer you on, and they have big expectations for your future. That is one of the many gifts growing up here in Kent County. In 4-H, we talk about the importance of being beyond ready for what the future holds. And I am immensely grateful for the teachers, leaders, volunteers, mentors in this community who helped prepare me for what I'm doing today. And I'm here to tell you the truth about the path ahead. There's a very good chance that it will include some major challenges. I know, that's probably not the inspirational pep talk you were hoping for. And parents, I'm with you. As a mother of two, I know the feeling all too well of instinctively trying to protect our kids from heartbreak, disappointment, and failure. It is only natural. But my kids are young adults now, and I'm, vintage. And over time, I've learned something important, that growth rarely happens in your comfort zone. Growing up around agriculture gave me a deep appreciation for the people who feed and fuel our country. It also taught me powerful lessons about resilience, growth, hard work, and what all living things need to thrive. One example is from the University of Arizona, where there's a fascinating 3-acre research facility called Biosphere 2. It's the world's largest controlled environment, like a massive greenhouse with 5 different diverse ecosystems. And it helps science understand our real world better. And back in my vintage 90s, an important discovery was made by the scientists living in Biosphere 2. The trees were growing faster in this closed system than they did in the wild, but they wouldn't reach full maturity. In fact, they'd collapse on themselves before they grew to full height. So what was going on? They had soil, light, water, everything they needed to grow, but they didn't have the one thing that allowed them to grow stronger. Anybody know what it is? Wind. The scientists discovered that trees need resistance of wind to develop deeper roots and harder wood. So when you see trees swaying in the wind, they're exercising. Without resistance, the trees grew quickly, but not strongly. They became vulnerable because they never learned to adapt to the environment around them. Take it from our beloved 4-H alumna, Dolly Parton, who said, "Storms make trees grow deeper roots." It's true, the storms, the challenges, have purpose in our life. As I reflect on the most difficult seasons of my life, learning to lead as a CEO, losing my mom, fighting cancer, and even training for a marathon, I can now see that those were periods of unexpected growth. Think back to when you were in middle school. COVID completely disrupted your life. There was loss, fear, and so much uncertainty. And while 6 years stand between you and that uniquely challenging time, you persevered. You've accomplished so very much. In fact, as we've heard, 90% will enroll in universities and trade schools or enter directly into the workforce. Within the class of 2026, many of you completed CTE pathways in addition to your Maryland graduation requirements. And together, you've earned over $1 million in scholarship awards. This class, yes, that's worth an applause, absolutely. This class has balanced academics, athletics, jobs, family responsibilities, leadership roles, and challenges many people never fully see. and yet you continued showing up for one another in this community. That looks like determination to me. You looked adversity in the face and said, I think I'll keep going and growing. And you did, and that is no small feat. And that's part of what we're here to celebrate today. Today is a milestone, not a finish line, but an important marker in the path ahead. Not all paths are the same from here on out. You're graduating, and from here, your paths will begin to look very different. Some of you are headed to college, some are entering the workforce or pursuing skilled trade certifications, and the 5 of you that are joining the military, thank you for your service. And some may be still figuring out what comes next, and that's okay. Wherever your path leads, I want you to hold your expectations of your future with an open hand. The leaders you're meant to be may not look like anything you imagine today. Through 4-H, I've had the opportunity to travel the world and meet young people from vastly different backgrounds and cultures. And what struck me most is this: no matter where they come from, young people want to make a difference. They want purpose, they want connection, they want to contribute to something bigger than themselves. So as you explore the ways you want to make a difference in this world, keep an open mind, stay curious. The truth is, life rarely changes all at once. More often, it changes in small moments that don't seem significant at the time. The class you almost didn't take, the person you almost didn't talk to, the challenge you didn't think you could handle, the tea party you had in first grade. And years later, you realize those moments changed everything. I know so often you hear that you should get out there and change the world. What a daunting task. But changing the world rarely begins with grand gestures. More often, it begins with ordinary moments like showing up for people, choosing integrity, being curious, listening well, and caring about the community around you. And here's what I know about your generation. You are far more resilient, thoughtful, compassionate than the world gives you credit for. You care deeply about people. You value authenticity, you ask hard questions, and you want your lives to mean something. And despite growing up during incredibly uncertain times, you continue to show up with courage, creativity, and hope. As you leave here today, I hope you carry confidence in your ability for what comes next. You do not need all the answers or the perfect plan. The only certainty is that life will continue to unfold in unexpected ways. But resilience, courage, perseverance, and strength are already part of your story. And like those trees, your roots will continue to grow deeper with time. When I reflect on life's toughest moments, what stands out to me isn't the hardship, it's the people who were in my corner. In difficult seasons and joyful ones, it's people who carry you through. Invest in the people who encourage you, challenge you, and help you grow. Learn from them and show up for them too. Who comes to mind for you? Parents and family members who supported you? A coach who drove you to work harder? A teacher who saw your potential and nurtured it? The challenge I have for you is to reflect on what you're grateful for in those everyday moments. Under your chairs, you'll find a gratitude journal as a gift from me and my husband, Scott. Use it to remember the people, opportunities, challenges, and everyday moments that continue to shape your lives. And with that, I want to say thank you for the incredible opportunity to be here today. Deepen those roots, class of 2026. And trust that even the difficult seasons are helping you grow into exactly who you're meant to be.
So Jill, if you could come up here for a moment. On behalf of the class of 2026, Kent County High School and Kent County Public Schools, we want to thank you for being here today, and we are honored that you were here to give us some of your wisdom. Thank you. And then just a little something. So, for you. Thank you. Thanks. You're getting ready to come up. Just wait. Sorry. Okay. On behalf of the faculty and staff of Kent County High School, I recommend to Ms. Trish McGee as president of the Kent County Board of Education and Dr. Mary Boswell McComas, superintendent of the Kent County Public Schools, the members of the class of 2026 as qualified candidates for the State of Maryland diploma. Ms. McGee?
All righty, congratulations. What a great day. By virtue of the authority vested in the Board of Education in Kent County, under the laws of the state of Maryland, I do now award diplomas and certificates evidencing the satisfactory completion of prescribed individual courses of study to the students of Kent County High School who are recommended for graduation by the faculty of the school. In receiving this diploma, each of you is entitled to all the privileges and honors accorded graduates of a high school accredited by the Maryland State Department of Education. We ready to start? Yes. All righty. Who's Hey, Chris. Do I? Oh, good. Okay, thank you.
Thomas Andrew Buckle with distinguished honors. Christopher Gonzalez Lopez. Kamari Lee Hoxter with honors. Delilah Michelle Markovic with distinguished honors. Aiden Michael Maxey with distinguished honors. Lyndon Leroy Saunders with distinguished honors. Peter Dennis Sine with distinguished honors. Alden Elizabeth Swanson with distinguished honors. Gonzalo Yurem Alejo Gomez. Natalie Brianne Arcos with honors. Rylan Colette Ashley Pinder, with honors. Aubrey Hannah Baker, with honors. Addison Jada Barrett. Tyler John Barrow. Hallie Madeline Beatty, with distinguished honors. Finn Emerson Bell, with honors. Ty Michael Bellerin. Josue Blanco Perez. Ashling Carney Bonas. Makai Kane Bordley Reeves, in absentia. Sydney Rebecca Bortz. Xavion Quinton Brown. Alfonso Candelas Perez, with honors. Jordana Ariel Cap, with distinguished honors. Juliana Andrea Carranza Vialta, with honors. Starlin Ann Carter Griscom, with honors. Adrian Jeffrey Colon, in absentia. Justin Drew Connolly. Emerson Wayne Cotton. Aiden James Crouch. Angel Anthony Cruz Gallo. Jennifer Cooks Velasquez. Nathaniel Christian Daly. Ava Elizabeth Dalrymple Manley.
Aaliyah Malay Dawson, with distinguished honors. Tyrell Dante Dean Jr. Madeline Patricia Dickerson, with distinguished honors. Fionn Lee Dolan, with distinguished honors. Chase Alexander Doggis. Caitlin Clara Lucille Dreisbach, with honors. Zachary Thomas Irvin. William Dustin Fabus. Euron Armand Fassett. Tessa Jalen Figliosi with distinguished honors. John Scott Ford III with honors. Jacob Jeremiah Fries with honors. Tess Lynn Fuchs with distinguished honors. Daniel Garcia Rosas. Grace Elizabeth Ann Gerstung with distinguished honors. Imani Nijay Goodridge. Gwen Amelia Hamlin with honors. Daniel Martin Harris III with honors. Kiari Trinity Hawkins with distinguished honors. Alexandra Lee Hendrick. Eddie Isayer Hernandez Godinez. Selena Hernandez Perez. Stuart Carlson Hickman with distinguished honors. Haley Marie Heinefeld.
Gavin Scott Holmes. Savannah Lynn Hurt. Keon Zafon Hinson. Noah Brooks Iacona with honors. Seth Sam Ing with distinguished honors. Love Kayana Jackson with honors. Miracle Nevaeh Jackson. Adrian Laverne Johnson. Layla Destiny Johnson with honors. Trent Daniel Johnson with honors. Mary Jane Hall Joyner with distinguished honors. Chastity Elizabeth Junkus II with honors. Faith Marie Kirby. Colbin Alberto Lopez. Sierra Page Love with honors. Taylor Mangles with distinguished honors. Seth Kyle McCabe. Michelle Judith Menequin with honors. Pacom Yasant Menetre. Matthew Landon Messick with honors. McKenna Marie Messick with honors. Gavin Matthew Miller. Haley Jordan Myers with distinguished honors. Joshua Ezra Nael with honors.
Zuleika Jaylee Nava with honors. Nathias Zachary O'Connor. Dempsey Steave Orozco Paz in absentia. Lawrence Asprick Peach. Ramon Vashon Peterson Jr. with honors. William Hunter Pinder. Ayana Renee Pinkett. Alana Marie Reedy. Savannah Elizabeth Reynolds with honors. Jalen Arnell Rochester. Jack Aiden Shermer with honors. Kelly Sangprasert Galan with distinguished honors. Heidi Julissa Serrano with honors. Austin Michael Shepard in absentia. Layla Hussein Sidki. DeAndre Juan Cisco. Jayla Marie Cisco. Mackenzie Ashlyn Smith with distinguished honors. Tayden Jose Sosa. David Garrett Strayer with distinguished honors. Jonathan Wesley Tedra with honors. Chase Michael Thrift. Anaya Renee Tu. Caden Jamar Turner. Avi Rose Tussing with honors. Aurora Lee Walters.
Haley Virginia Warrington with honors. Dakota Anita White. Jalen Amir Wilmore. Asia Monet Wilson with honors. Braden Andrew Wilson with honors. Elijah Robert Wilson with honors. Kaylee Mariah Wilson. Razir Nasai Wilson. Devon Lamar Woodus. Jamir Nasir Wright. Tyree Ayon Wright.
Let's give another round of applause for our class of 2026. President McGee, members of the Board of Education, Dr. McComas. It gives me great pleasure to confirm that the students seated before you today have met the requirements of the Maryland State Board of Education and the additional requirements of the Kent County Board of Education, which include increased academic credits, the senior research or argument paper, and the CTE senior portfolio and interview. By the power vested in me by the Maryland State Board of Education, it gives me great pleasure to confirm the completion of work at Kent County High School for the class of 2026. And I now confirm their diplomas.
Good morning. My name is Lyndon Saunders, the class of 2026 treasurer. Each year, we turn our class rings at graduation. The first class ring was developed in 1835 for West Point U.S. Academy. In the early 1900s, class rings came into fashion. However, the basic idea of the class ring goes back to the Egyptians, who felt their scarab rings promised eternal life and they were buried with them. Roman soldiers felt their rings would bring them victory in battle. Queen Victoria of England had 6 dozen rings duplicated and given to each lady in her court. So, a class ring represented wealth, success, and belonging to a special group. Today, class rings are a tradition for high schools. Class rings are seen as a combination of showing school pride while being an outward symbol of the diploma. It is a symbol of entrance into the world of adulthood. As a final act for the graduating seniors, we too will have the ring and tassel turning. Seniors, please rise. Yeah. Turn your class ring, 1 full turn. Take your tassel into your right hand and move it from your right side of the cap to the left. Congratulations to the class of 2026. We are now Kent County High School alumni.
Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes our graduation ceremony. Please remain seated while our staff and graduates exit. They will meet you in the horseshoe for their final dismissal. Staff, you may exit first, followed by our newest alumni, the class of 2026.